it's me, Nyla.
And me, Kiera.
And we do shit that we do shit that we like. I'm not starting that over.
We do shit that we like.
We do shit that we like. Yeah. All right. So we had to do a second. This is our second one because the other one had cut out because of Kiera. But
No, because of Deyanira.
how dare you? But Kiera, why don't you go ahead and tell us why dating apps suck again, so that they'll know why dating apps suck.
As the second time to tell this,
Yes,
they
Kiera.
suck because all of y'all are terrible at socializing. Like literally, all y'all talk about is just flirting, those pickup lines. Some of y'all not really genuine online. Like that's just the
Yeah.
facts right there. Some of y'all be posting pictures of Victoria's Secret models. Then when you show up to the date, all of a sudden you confused as to why the other person's mad at you, as if you didn't just catfish these people.
You did. Like, dating apps in just general is a mess. Like, people on there don't really know what they want. They don't know like who they really want to be with. Like, it's just a lot going on, and it's just like a lot of like just judgy people overall. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a lot. And I recommend not using dating apps if you're trying to find, your true love. If you're there for just hooking up, that's understandable. But if you're actually looking for true love, I would not recommend dating apps. I would just naturally wait till it's your time.
What is true love to you?
Oh, that's a good question. True love to me is just someone who's there, who can just be there, who isn't gonna like judge you or make you feel some type of way or just make you like feel like you don't matter. That's just true love to me. But what about you?
Hmm. I feel like true love is someone who you can joke with and have an understanding. I feel like I value understanding like a whole lot more than almost anything else. I'm able to get through most things as long as there's an understanding of like both of us.
Yeah. And that's
Yes.
just what a lot of people are missing on right now. They need to get
Yeah.
their shit together.
I feel like people are like, it's either my way or the highway kind of right now. I feel like
Hmm.
people are confusing taking charge and confidence with like dictating everything. You want it to be
Basically.
a certain way, but not everybody will fall in line like that. Nobody's going to be that perfect kind of puzzle piece that you can
Hmm.
align yourself to.
Yeah, like I completely understand like where you're coming from. Like I feel like people want other people to bow down to them, but nobody's really like there are some people like that, but not everybody's like that. So
Hmm.
you're really missing out on something great.
Yeah. Let me give y'all some dating advice. As a person, let me tell you, the people who have the best dating advice are the people who aren't in relationships like that, like me. Because now that I'm not in a relationship and, never have been, and I've seen all these other relationships, I can tell you right now, a lot of these things that people be putting themselves through
Mhm.
is a fucking scam. It just sounds so scammy at the moment. Because if you think about it, somebody who is like, I guess like your opposite, or somebody who is there for you all the time,
Mhm.
that is all good, except if you just, let me tell you this, except if y'all are in toxic situations. If there is constantly a time where y'all are fighting, why are you gonna stay? If there is constantly times when there's cheating or something like that, or
Mhm.
just disloyalty, why stay? Y'all be putting yourselves in these mindsets of where you
Yeah.
feel like you have to stay.
Even
And it
like oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Oh, but you were about to say something though.
No, I finished what I was saying. I said it didn't make sense.
Oh, but I completely get like with the whole like toxic thing. Like when it comes down, like remember how I told you on TikTok how this girl got shot because she was pregnant and things like that. I feel like you shouldn't stay in those types of situations. Mainly if he shot you and then you take him back. That's the most crazy. I get that you're comfortable with him, but somebody out here would never treat you like that. And they like that
Mm-hmm.
man literally put you in harm's way why would you still want to be with him? Are you crazy? But hey.
Exactly. Now, I'm literally all for crazy. I think that that's one of my main things. I talk about how much I don't like all these toxic people and all that such, or people that I just don't like. But there's a certain type of toxicity that I do allow, and that is the possessive. I love that, and I truly think that's because as all right, let me tell y'all, as children, I feel like when you grow up, your kind of love style is affected by the way you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you grew up with like people saying, no, I don't really like you like that, or I don't really think that much of you, or they're just not sticking by you, or your parents aren't sticking by you,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably gonna grow up like with the love style like I am, which is I want people to obsess over me 24/7.
I'm dead. But yeah, just don't. I'm sorry, I'm chewing on ice. But just don't let. Just understand that there's other people out here that's gonna make you happy. Like, don't stick with people that's like toxic and you. Like, everyone is toxic in their own way. Even I was toxic, and I'm not even a toxic person. Cause when I was with pencil sharpener a while back, I was like a really toxic ass person, like dead ass. But now I've like realized I want to be better. I don't want to treat people like that. He was even toxic too, so we weren't really perfect. But I know that I'm not really a toxic person. I was only toxic to him, but that still wasn't right, and I'm still gonna take accountability for what I put him through. So yeah, don't be toxic.
Mhm. Yeah, there's rehabilitation services to all of you toxic people in toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm. Get out while
Yes.
you can. Because you could. All right, Kiara, do you have any romance tips? Since, you know.
I have a lot of romance tips. Like, I don't. All right, let me tell you all this. Romance tip number one: know your worth. Like, if you're saying, "Oh wow, this person, I really am attracted to this person. I really want to be with this person." I feel like that's just a crush. Cause let me tell you, as a person who has had like I don't know 30 crushes in her whole life, I have
Mm-hmm.
crushes at the drop of a dime. Like somebody could just be picking up a straw for me and hand it to me and say, "Here you go." I'll be like, "Oh my goodness, this is the start of our 50-year love story." I may not even know your name and I'll have a crush on you, but that's the thing. That's the thing. If you have like high self esteem and everything, that's all good, you know? But if you think of yourself as like lower or something like that, or like have low self esteem, and you think, oh, well, I'm going to be able to be with this kind of person because that's the only kind of person that will take me or something. Because I've heard people say that. I've heard people say, oh, I'll only be able to be with this kind of person because that's the kind of person that comes to me. If
Yeah.
that's the person that automatically comes to you, I think this is some like otherworldly issue of which you have to take care of because that
Mm-hmm.
person's obviously not good for you.
Yeah.
So,
Mainly like the fact that people will push their friends to the side. And we had this discussion before where I would never. I can do a relationship and friendship at the same time. It's not that hard. I don't really understand why people push their friends to the side just to be with just their dude or with their girlfriend. That's weird to me. That's not right to your friend because it's like, what if you and this person break up or you and this person are having problems? Who are you going to go to? The person? I mean, yeah, you can go to them, but it's like, what about another person's perspective?
hmm especially like with just putting your friends to the side like that. Like, all right, I think we've kind of like gone over the head of this generation. This generation specifically, when it comes to dating or friendship wise,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we are in the period of which we are having different kinds of revolutions, civil rights, all that such. We are finally realizing our worth, what we should have.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said before, this kind of thing where you just completely steamroll everything around you in order to get what you want
Yeah.
is also going to be hurting a whole lot of other people. And I know you don't care, like, oh, the whole steamrolling thing. You manifesting, or I don't know, praying that you get what you want, doing
Mm-hmm.
whatever kind of things you're doing to get what you want. It still doesn't change that you're building up a whole lot of bad karma against you.
Basically, it's just not fair to the people around you. Like I said, like there's a lot of people that really must care about you and want to still be in your life, but it's just like if you push them away, it's just, and also I feel like it's also codependence if you just rely on your boyfriend but not nobody else. That's kind of
Yes.
also weird to me. But um even like I had agreed with Miss B Mademoiselle from YouTube. Like she even said like she would stop like literally talking to you if you did that to her. Like that's really fucked up for you to do that to anybody, really. So just keep that in mind that if you have friends, keep your friends and your boyfriend. You don't have to, just keep them at arm's length. Just be there for both parties. Don't push one to the side and uplift the other. That's not fair. So
Yeah, it's like basically finding a balance in your life.
basically,
Yeah. I think
that.
people have a lot of trouble finding balance like that.
Yeah, and it's just like a lot of people, like even when it comes to the button, that stupid ass show that people be watching and shit. That shit irritates my soul. I don't like that show at all because it shows how people really are. I think people think it's a competition, even though it really wasn't a competition. It was just like you just had these people basically judging each other and not giving each other a chance.
Hmm. Mm, I think when it comes to like giving people a chance, that's also another thing that happens a lot in this generation. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, one thing that I've seen a lot in this generation is vanity. Like that whole thing with aesthetics or looking a certain way. And I know we
Mhm.
have body positivity and all that such, but I feel like body positivity has also created a whole nother space of like hatred for another kind of like body type, the skinny
Yeah.
body type. All right, let me tell you, we have different eras for fashion or like looks, right?
Mhm.
Back in the olden days, we used to be all for like big girls, like in medieval times, because that used to show your wealth.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like we're trying to push back, oh, big and beautiful, that's so pretty. And we also have the other part where it's like people are saying skinny is coming back, skinny jeans, low rise jeans, all that such.
Mhm.
And honestly, I feel like both are pretty wrong, but I understand that's like a part of the human concept of beauty at this point. Beauty changes over time. But right
Yeah.
now, what I've noticed in this is that when it comes to like people in different communities or just, let me say this, if you're gay, straight, anything like that,
Mhm.
if somebody doesn't have your certain body type or like features, and that whole thing with people not loving like dark black girls, that was a whole thing online too.
Yeah, that
It is still
was.
now, it's colorism. Basically, if somebody doesn't fit like the standard that you want, all of a sudden you don't pay them any mind or think that, hey, this person's personality could be it. And I think that's the reason why I value personality more than I do looks, because the
Mhm.
whole look game, it doesn't make much sense to me. If you have a good personality, though, I'm able to speak to you, I feel like that should be good right there. I'm able to speak
Yeah.
to you, like, at least to talk to that person, unless they're
Mhm.
talking crazy. Now, I can't talk.
Yeah, don't give them a chance. JK.
Yeah, but I obviously run away. One person talked to me crazy. I don't like when people blurt out like flirtatious things towards me. I don't like that. I just feel like it's like that whole thing with catcalling, and it just makes you
Mhm.
feel on sale, if that makes any sense, like a piece of meat.
Yeah, that's like, to me that's just weird. Like, I've never been catcalled like that. I mean, I have people like say, "Hey, like, where you going?" Da da da. But I don't know. This is weird. People like that are weird to me. But I definitely agree with what Kira said about like the whole body positivity and that we need to just, just give people like just look into somebody's personality and just like understand how they are as a person, and also just get to know people, get to know these people that you dating, because honestly, while people over here getting pregnant and doing all this other stupid shit, y'all need to sit y'all asses down and get to know these people, because they asses can leave you in an instant with somebody else you don't even know. So it's just like,
Mhm.
get to know these motherfuckers.
Yes, that's another thing. Like when you get to know all these people, let me tell you, I have learned something about this generation. All of y'all just want either a polyamorous relationship or a sneaky link, and I feel like y'all just want to fuck. Y'all are some horny ass motherfuckers. Like, why are y'all so horny? There is porn everywhere out there. Why are we giving ourselves STDs?
Exactly. Georgia has the highest fucking STD rate. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Sit down somewhere. Do
Don't
something.
be telling
Read a
these
book.
people where we live.
I'm just, because honestly, it's just too many STDs going around, and then people not even letting you know. And I'm not trying to catch no STDs from nobody. So y'all need
Mhm.
to get y'all shit together.
Yes, this is what I say. Like, all right, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I am really just on the path of celibacy until I find a person of which I really vibe with. I am not the person to just be like going around to somebody or flirting with somebody like that. I
Yeah.
didn't. I save sex talk until later. Most because as soon as you save sex talk for later, people are now uninterested. If you bring it up early, people are going to be using that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Like, you definitely need to just wait everything out. If you are like celibate, like Kiara and me, because I am
No, you're not.
officially single.
She's Nyla. I need to stop just throwing the celibacy term around when you know you don't adhere to it.
I mean, now I do, because after what I went through this past week, I don't deserve any of that shit. And I'm not really gonna go into deep detail because that's a lot, but yeah, I just was dating a fuck ass nigga. Fuck him. You know who you are, Cobb, narc. Fuck you. Suck my dick. But yeah, he's an asshole. Just breaking up with me for no reason. There was no reason to break up.
Yeah,
But
over
guess
text
what?
too. I can't believe that shit.
Exactly.
That's you know, if some low down nigga tries to break up with me over text, why are you licking the table, Zoe?
That's her dog.
I'm sorry, my dog. She keeps licking everything in this house.
Oh
It
my
gets her sick. Stop
god.
licking things.
But yeah, he was just a fuck ass nigga. Breaking up. We live 5 minutes away. I could go to his house right now and fuck him up. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to go to jail. But yeah, jail time.
Oh, yeah,
I look
that's
good in
also.
jail.
Let me tell you, to all the guests that watch this who don't know who we are indeed black. I know you can't see us. We are indeed black. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. We're not just saying nigga for the hell of it. We're not just like, okay, like, oh my goodness, nigga, like,
Yeah, we are black though. We sound white, but we're black. We're black girls doing black things.
do we sound right?
Yeah, you do sound white.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know. I feel like I sound like a bit of a mixture of things. I feel like I sound awkward or like awkward classy.
But you
Like
still sound white though. You sound like a classy white girl.
as if that isn't what you sound like 24/7. You sound like a nerdy white girl.
Bro, we still need to see about ancestry. I want to see if like I'm like mixed with something. Cause I really be thinking like, am I like Asian? I
This
have
is
like
that one joke that we kept up since high school, and she believes it wholeheartedly. We joked
I,
about it once in middle school. She has not forgotten it. I mean, high
I
school.
I have it, bro. I want to see if I'm Asian or not. And if I am, I want to see my fucking family. Outside family.
Like, I'm just thinking. All right, hear me out on this. You know how some people visit Ancestry, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like once they visit there, they find out, oh, hey, back in like the 1800s, my family has a bit of like white in it, like English white, and it turns out that they're black. And now you realize that they must have been during slavery.
Damn.
Do you want to find out that back in the 1800s, somewhere in your family, there's like some sort of, I don't know, mixture of another race? And back then, interracial couples was illegal. So it was most likely, the big R word in history. History nerd facts.
Yeah, she loves history. I didn't fuck with history in school.
History, movies, fashion, it's just all good. History of anything in general is amazing.
I don't know. I was never that interested in history. Like, I mean, I was interested in like slavery and stuff because I wanted to see what we were like going through. But we had to read them big ass paragraphs and shit. I was just like, what the fuck? I want to
That's
watch a
any
video.
book. That's any book.
I know. I didn't want to read. I mean, I love reading now, but then I was just like, I want to watch videos of what we've been through. You know. But as you were
Mm,
saying though, like the question that you asked, yeah, I would still love to know about my ancestors. I don't really know much. Like people would even like even my boss at the job that I'm working at, she was like, Nanda, like what you mixed with? And I was just like, Asian? She was like, oh, and I'm Mexican. And I was just like, what? Because she's nowhere near Mexican. She's actually like a black lady. So I was just like, I don't really see it. But okay, you might be.
mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Like, it could be that you know how genetics come in. Even if
Yeah.
somebody looks really, really black, they could still be mixed with something else. Because like we are not supposed to be this kind of light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are from Africa. They're dark out there. They're dark. We are lighter, much lighter than them. So we obviously must have something mixed in us.
Yeah. I can't wait to go to Japan. Japan. I'm
Um,
excited.
Imagine you go to Ancestry and it turns out you are in fact not Japanese. You are now, I don't know, Colombian.
I'll be very disappointed.
Oh, shout out to all the Colombians out here watching our podcast. She is not in fact happy to be
let,
related.
me,
There's no
let me stop.
opportunity for you to
But
hear this.
I don't really mind. But I don't know. This depends. This depends. We don't know. We don't know. But I'll let y'all know though. I'll let y'all know. And then we're gonna do the same thing for Kiera too, cause she look Asian too. We about to do everything. Cause her eyes are really fucking small. Her ears are very small. Like her eyes are very fucking small. So
All right. Back when I was young, I used to be like kind of insecure about that, you know?
why?
Because I wanted bigger features. I wanted those big ass fucking lips and big eyes. I used to literally open my eyes all the time when I was little so that it could like widen out like this. That's what I
Mm,
used to do all the time back when I was young,
yeah.
like 10 years old young.
No, but we'll let you guys know what our thing says. I can't wait. We're actually wanting to do it together. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we do
excited.
everything together.
We do everything. Like everything.
Yes,
Everything.
connected at the hip. Like
Ugh.
penises.
All right. So our next thing is red flags. What's your
Red
red flags?
flags? No, you go first because I'm pretty sure you've had a lot more experience than I have in red
Oh
flags.
yeah. it comes down to red flags, guys, just like I said before, get to know these people, and also like don't the okay. Here's the thing about the zodiac thing. We love zodiacs. Me and Kira loves fucking zodiacs, but I am still willing to give the guy that I was with before. He was a Gemini and a Cancer. My brother is a Gemini, and I wanted to fight a Cancer, so it was just like don't make your whole perspective into zodiacs. Like don't say, oh, I'm not gonna go out with this person because she's a Libra. I mean, have you like do you want to get to know her first? Like it's just nowadays, like Kiera said, people don't want to get to know each other. People are debating about zodiacs. It's just
Yeah, space racism. That's literally zodiacs. That's what people use for zodiacs now. It's like, oh, you're a Sagittarius.
I want to be with you.
You're a Capricorn. Ooh.
It's just like don't base someone off their zodiac because not everybody is like their zodiac. Like we're kind of like our zodiac, but not really. You really have to just get to know the person as the person. So
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I've noticed a couple of things when it comes to astrology and all that. Just like how Nyla said, get to know the person and everything. But
mm-hmm.
I also noticed a couple of things about astrology where it's like certain signs act a certain way or look a certain
Yeah.
way. I'm able to now recognize when a Capricorn or a Aquarius is near me. They look very similar. They basically look like aliens. You know those big headed aliens with large foreheads? They be having those little pure black eyes. That's
That
what they
shit be
look like.
creeping
That's
me
what they
out.
remind me of.
Yeah, that'd be creeping me the fuck out. I'll be like, what the fuck? What's that?
Imagine you saw that on like TV one day. It was like breaking news: aliens have landed in New York Square, and then like the aliens drop down from their spaceship. It's like humans, we are here to help you. And some New York person could gets out, like get out of the street, get out of the street, you're in the way.
Oh my god.
Wait, I lost track. I lost track. We were talking about astrology.
Look at aliens and shit. I'm dead.
All right, back on track. Nyla, if I keep doing this, go ahead and tell me Kiera, shut the fuck up. Tell
You
me
know, I
that.
never tell you to shut the fuck up. Even when we talk in person, I'm just never like that. I just like hearing people talk, to be honest. I'm just that person. I
Yeah, that's
listen.
why I love Nyla so much. Even though I keep telling her to tell me to shut up because I don't know when to shut up. She just never does, and I continue talking, and I love it.
But do you have a red flag, Kira?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
My red flag is basically if you know from like the first few seconds of meeting somebody that you just not gonna vibe, don't try to make it vibe just because they're attractive. Because I feel like I've done that and I feel desperate every time that I do that. Most because it's not that I want to date these people, I just really want to be close to them because I think they're so pretty. I think you're very
Yeah.
pretty. I'd like to be friends.
Yeah, but really, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up the past situation that me and her had. I was jealous of this girl that she was talking to. Cause
Oh.
I was jealous of this girl because you wanted to be in a relationship. You even had like, I think it was Hinge. You had Hinge too, and I don't know. I was just feeling some type of way. And don't think me and Kiara gonna be together because we had that talk a long, long time ago. That would be an awkward situation for us. But yeah, so I would just get jealous, Tauruses of the situation. And then her and this girl just had, I don't know, because the girl was a Scorpio, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and like they just kept doing this thing where she'll talk, like Kira will keep talking to her, and then she'll basically ghost Kira. And I'll just
Yeah.
be like,
It's
what the
usually
fuck?
the other way around. Yeah, because I'm not even gonna lie. I've had multiple times where I have talked to somebody, and if I already know, hey, I don't think this person's for me, or I just don't really like this person, or I don't like talking to them, or they just keep doing something I don't like. I'm talking to that one not Scorpio, Taurus guy in general. You know which guy I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Australia guy. This guy kept saying, hey, yo, move to Australia with me. Like, my family don't mind if you live here. And I'm like, how many people are in your house? And he's like, I don't know, four, three, my mom, my family. I'm like, I'm
Damn.
not gonna move to Australia with you and your mom.
Yeah, like why aren't you living on your own? That's
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah, but I basically kept talking to this guy, and then I just finally got fed up with it and just ghosted him. Just ghosted him.
Yeah,
He's
I saw
gone.
their
It's
messages.
better to go ahead, close it off. Yeah,
Hmm.
but for Scorpio girl, on that hand, even though like every single time I would talk about her, Nyla would be like, okay, like yeah, like you act so emo.
No, the fuck, I was not like. I also just remember, like I said, like, oh, if you're gonna talk about relationships, I'm not that friend. Honestly, I am that friend. I don't know why I said that. That just came out of a place of, oh, I felt like I was about to lose my friend to another bitch. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I think all right. This may be a controversial opinion, but even though like we did have a whole talk about like boundaries and everything, and I respect her boundaries when she said that, but I also said I would love to talk to you about any sort of relationship problems I have just as much as you would talk to me about any relationships you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be like an equal thing. I don't really just go along for unequal or kind of not in inequality. That's the word I'm looking for.
Hmm.
But one thing that I'll say is that I get extremely flattered when people are jealous of me. I don't know.
What the
I just
fuck?
really love it. I just really love it. I'm telling you, I have a very toxic like love type. Like my standards for having a crush are basically just like dark, tall, or something like that, like mysterious. I
Mhm.
like that mysterious quality about people. So people just come up to me and all of a sudden invade my like barriers that I've already set. I'll
Mhm.
go ahead let some people like uh come in contact with me. Uh, but it'll be unwillingly. So if somebody just keeps their boundaries, I like that kind of slow burn into becoming things. I don't
Yeah.
like things going fast. It's just too much. If things go fast, my automatic like reaction is to break up, break up. Because the only one relationship that I've had lasted for like 5 minutes because this guy kept having his friends come up to me and be like, "Yo, go out with my friend. Go out with my homeboy." Like, and I finally broke down and said, "Okay, fine, we can go out." And then as soon as like he started coming to talk to me and sitting down next to me all the time, I was like, okay, we gotta leave. I gotta leave. This is too much. The stakes are too high.
I'm dead. Wait, was this in Renaissance? Was this in middle school?
Yeah, trying to get me like exposed out here, trying to dox
I
me.
mean, like, yeah, I know exactly what school she went to.
Yeah,
And if
it,
you
it
know the
was.
school that she went to, don't attack her, okay? I actually
Yeah,
went to the school too, so.
yeah. If you attack me, you're gonna have to attack her first.
Ah! I mean, I didn't stay for that long. I didn't even know all of that.
hmm It was like I think towards the middle of what was it, seventh grade, sixth grade, either one of those grades. I know what eighth grade was like. Sixth and seventh were like a blur. It was like matched together.
Yeah. Maybe we can make a podcast episode dedicated to trauma. We have a lot of trauma.
Yeah. I was like, trauma. I feel like all our trauma kind of comes from like either family issues or friend issues.
Mines came from both.
Yes.
No, because these bitches got me fucked up all the way. But honestly, going all the way back to what you were saying before with the whole stick by your friends. Just stick by your friends. Even if you're jealous by their boyfriend or girlfriend, just stick by them. Because Kira has always been there for me every step of the way. She's always been there. Like, even because when Cobb, Narc, whatever the fuck this nigga is, he when he broke up with me over text, Kira was there. You know, I started bawling in fucking juicy crab. I want to eat me some fucking crab legs, but this nigga got me crying in a fucking restaurant. But guess who was there? Kira was there. So I really appreciate that. I
Mm.
really appreciate everything you done for me.
Oh, you're welcome. Dang, that's the thing. People say Libras don't know loyalty. I'm here to prove y'all wrong because I got a Scorpio Venus.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Um, actually, I have this article pulled up about also red flags. It even said like a lack of trust. I believe that you should definitely have trust in any relationship. If you haven't healed from your previous relationship, I wouldn't recommend jumping into another relationship until you healed from the first one. That was my mistake as well. So heal from that. Um, also
Anyway,
sub. Oh, what were you about to say?
I was about to ask you any ways on how to heal, like some pointers.
Some pointers to heal.
Yeah.
Ooh, good question. Um, when it comes down to healing, for me, I heal to distract myself basically. Like I need people to hang out with, and if I can't hang out with nobody, I'll just like just not mope in my bed all day, but I'll just like eat me some food, you know, watch anime, entertain myself, but mainly I like to go out and do fun shit with my friends. That's how I heal. What about you?
Considering I've never been in a relationship where I had to heal, I feel like if there's at any point where I'm in a relationship, I feel like the first part of any sort of ending, I'll fucking cry my eyes out or just be angry. And then I'll just consider, like, as soon as I talk to them again, like, I want to do better than you. I want to do better than you
Yeah,
in
not
every way possible. I want to be richer than you. I want to be prettier than you. I want to have more friends than you. I'm gonna have more than you. That's my initial reaction to almost anything. I am going to be better than you, and I feel like you know that's probably a toxic mindset to have, being better than people.
yeah.
But we talked about this before. That's the one I know best, so I'm sticking with it.
But you definitely want to have that mentality to just think positive of yourself. Don't let nobody like don't let the person that you broke up with tear you down or make you feel worse about yourself. You will always be perfect the way you are. Don't let these assholes, not even just the person that you were with, just these fucking assholes in this world just fuck you over. Like fuck them.
Mhm. Yeah, fuck all the assholes.
Yeah, fuck all the assholes.
Yeah, it's
Um
in my brain. It sounds like I'm reading "fuck all the assholes."
fuck all the assholes. I'm dead. Um, gaslighting and also like a lack of emotional intelligence. Um,
Yes.
yeah, don't let somebody gaslight you.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell when somebody's gaslighting you though.
It
Like
is.
if they're like a professional manipulator sometimes, like all right, if you've been with this person for a little while and they just start off small with some gaslighting, like all right, let's just say you've been with this person for like 5 months. There have been occasions where, y'all had disagreements, but it's been pretty blown over. But you never really noticed that it was your side of the argument that was blown over most of the time. They usually got their way.
Mm, yeah.
So you just mostly comply to whatever they said. And since you're complying so much, they think they can take bigger leaps. So let's say they were to have someone on their phone and you were to find that person on their phone and you're
Mm-hmm.
asking like, oh, who's this? They've been texting you for a while now. And you were to go ahead and say like, okay, but I don't really know them. So who are they? and they go ahead and say, well, it's just a friend from work. They just keep texting, and I just don't really like it that much. But I'll talk to them because it's a friend from work. And you just go
Mm.
ahead and let that be bygones be bygones. You just go
Yeah.
ahead and let them completely pass that over if you just keep letting that go on. Because
Mm-hmm.
I know people, this is not an A-okay to go on people's phones and to just be questioning them about everything.
Yeah.
This is not A-okay. This is just saying if somebody is like new and up in their like social life, I feel like you are also now a part of that too because you are in their social
Mm-hmm.
life too.
Yeah. Also, we don't really condone going through people's phones. I used to be in that mental state in high school, but now I realize if, like I said, a lack of trust, if there's no trust, there's no relationship. If there's no communication, there's no relationship. So it's just kind of like, why are you looking through their phone for? That doesn't make any sense. If you know that they're doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, then you need to make that decision to leave. Don't stay with that person if you know that they're fucking up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people will stay with somebody like consistently through all the fucking ups. And I really feel like you just kind of grow used to that after a while. That's not something to grow used to, people.
Yeah.
Don't get used to below average. Don't get used to the bottom of the barrel.
And also, don't bring children into this world if you know you got like if you know that you and this person are not sure about each other, because that's already a giant no blow. You're bringing an innocent child that knows nothing. That literally, if y'all broke up in like a month or so, like that's gonna affect the child. Just
Mhm.
no. Y'all need to really like work through your shit.
Yeah, sometimes people don't really have a choice in that matter, sometimes babies just come. Like, could
Yeah.
be either broken condom or something like that, or just, in mishaps. But, it's just a very big thing to ask people nowadays, especially with that whole overturning of Roe v. Wade, to
Mm-hmm.
say, don't have babies when you're not responsible. Because then, if you're not responsible, I feel like the whole act of sex in general is basically you being irresponsible if you're not in like a committed, thing.
Yeah. All right, Kiera, do you want to have a Reddit story for us? Do you have a Reddit story?
Let's see. I was searching up one earlier. Let's see. I'm trying to load the comments. Oh, wait, shit. Fuck. You're gonna have to bleep all this out. I'm sorry. No, wait, don't bleep it out. We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're keeping this as a natural podcast with less noise, and I wish Delicia was here, but sadly, she's not here with us. She's not dead,
She's not dead. We were just about to say the same thing.
but
Mhm.
y'all. But
Mm.
definitely, while she's looking for that, I just wanted y'all to know thank you guys so much for supporting this podcast. We're trying our best to like be consistent, but we all have very busy schedules. We want to keep posting Tuesdays at 9 a.m. We couldn't do it today because Kira had to go somewhere. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to get our shit together. We're also trying to plan this trip. It's gonna be a fun ass trip, but we're not really
Mm.
sure if we want to do the trip or not. I don't know.
Yeah. We're just trying to decide at this point right here. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to look up dating ones so that we can stay
Yeah.
on theme.
Stay on my
Oh my
theme.
goodness. Why? Why are there no dating ones? It's like, what's your current addiction? What is the most quotable movie of all time? What's the most overrated drink? I mean,
The overrated drink. I think that would be like
what is
private
best done
something.
naked?
I feel like Coca Cola is overrated.
Coca Cola?
Maybe not Coca Cola. I
It
forgot.
is. It is kind of overrated. I feel like
Yeah.
Coca Cola has been here for a long time. If they're gonna stay here, I was gonna say add cocaine back into your drink, but don't do that. Don't do that. I just keep
I'm
saying stupid shit
dead.
that I think is funny off the top of my brain.
Don't do that. Don't have no fucking cocaine. I remember like when I was like talking to these people, not these people, but my old friends back at, Upper Bound or whatever. He was like telling me how, oh yeah, like I washed my shoes in Coca-Cola. And I was like, what? That's like the
Yeah.
most weirdest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Mm,
Coca-Cola is for you to drink, not for you to clean your shoes.
free to clean your shoes. I say, like, I think with a whole lot of these different things going on, there's a whole lot of things that will give us like diseases or cancer or something like that. There's a whole lot of things that'll give us illnesses, especially out in the world that are products. Because this is like, I already know y'all know where we live now. So that's America. Yeah. Because Nyla had
America.
exposed us earlier. She told us, yeah. So I know y'all already know. But America got a whole lot of poisons up in our food. And we just be picking that
Yeah.
shit up. It may be delicious because they keep enhancing the taste, but it's really just bad for us. Everything is. All the food is poison. Like that song. All the food is poison. All the food is poison. I had that song playing in my head 24/7. I've been waiting for a chance to sing that song for 20 years.
Oh my god.
Yes. But seriously though, almost everything that we have is poisonous in a way.
But it's good at the same time. And we're all about to die anyway. So
Yeah. Like this is why people keep joking about Americans. They be like, all of the Americans are fat. All of the Americans they keep having guns like pew pew pew.
I'm dead.
The Americans know how to take a joke. If you joke about any of these other countries, it's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I've never said anything of that in my life.
That's our best British accent ever. Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah, let me talk. I be watching those British TV shows.
Oh my
They be talking so weird. I'm sorry to all the British people, but I just think all y'all accent is so funny.
god. Oh my god. Anybody could really do a British accent, to be honest.
Yes, you just gotta like up the voice a little bit and just be
Mm-hmm.
talking in like a nasally kind of voice. You know, that's the voice. You just gotta say made up British words like beans on toast. The best thing ever. No, wait, it's not ever. They say something else.
Oh
I don't
my
know. I don't know
god.
what they say.
Like bloody hell.
Like, we're gonna be talking about Gordon Ramsay right here. What are you doing? Like, oh my goodness, you put on thing. That's a fucking. I don't even know what the food term is.
Yeah, we need to watch some Chef Ramsay shows. That'll be so much
Yeah,
fun.
let me tell you, if we watch the like older Chef Ramsay stuff, I
Mm-hmm.
will be talking about how big of a crush I had on this guy when I was younger. He was like my celebrity crush back when I was younger.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes. Don't tell me ill, because you know when you were younger, all the people in these like gossip magazines, they were selling to like underage 15-year-old girls saying, "This is the hottest Hollywood star in America. Is he sexy, girls?" And all the underage girls would be like, "Yes. Oh my goodness, I
No.
want to have his babies." And people would be selling that. People were selling to underage like fangirls for boy bands who are like 20 to 30 years old. They've been doing that shit for
Mm-mm.
years.
They have. I don't know. I was about to tell you my celebrity. We're gonna leave that for another episode. Yeah,
Celebrity crushes. Yeah, we made a whole celebrity crushes episode or
yeah.
cartoon crushes.
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah,
did
we got to create a
that.
list. We got to create a list because
Yeah.
we are not going to be knowing what to talk about at first. We got to make a list of
We're
people.
gonna be like,
Let's see. Celebrity. Oh, I never heard of a crush.
Yeah, we'll just be so
Mm,
confused.
yes. Hmm. I'm trying to find a good story, but like some of these people, I feel like they. What the fuck is this? No, I don't want to know what this is. All these
No.
people, they're just talking about wholesome stuff. I want the juice.
Yeah, she wants the juicy drama. Cause I remember the last podcast, the motivation is key. That was a dating related thing, even though we were talking about motivation. But dating is also a motivation in its own way. You know, gotta be
Yeah,
motivated to want to deal with somebody.
yeah. Sometimes people motivate you for better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Like
people motivate you to try
marriage.
crack.
I'm dead. I think I also made like an episode about marriage and things like that. Unless we can combine that together. Yeah, yeah, we can make an episode about marriage. Cause I want to get married one day. I want to have kids. My white picket fence. Doing white picket things.
Stop licking the cover. I just heard licking noises. Stop doing that. I'm gonna kick you off the couch. That's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna be banned from the couch because you keep licking the couch.
No. She's talking to her dog, Zoe. Zoe,
Hmm.
how you
Wait,
doing?
what was the question?
I didn't even ask the question. I was
Oh
just
my god, I thought you asked the question.
no. Well, honestly, how do you? Well, I know how you feel about marriage, but yeah, we're gonna
That
say that for another episode, though. We're gonna say that for another episode for future talk.
why
Unless you want to
why
combine it together.
wait a minute, marriage? And wait, what episode did we say was like marriage? Is
I
there
don't
an
think we
episode for
did.
marriage? I think marriage kind of goes hand in hand with this dating topic. It's
Oh,
like first you date, then marriage.
yeah. Okay. So how do you feel about marriage while you're looking for the thing?
I feel like it's pretty much a scam. Unless you're truly into that and you want to go through the whole shaboodle, I say go ahead and go do it. But I personally think that it's a bit of a scam. You're telling me I have to go ahead and get the government involved, sign a marriage certificate, just to have this person live in my house so we can do the same things together. If we're gonna have like the government all up in our bedroom, then please give us some money or something.
I'm dead. Honestly, for me, when it comes to marriage, I definitely like. I understand. Like marriage, when you want to get married, you have to put a lot into it, like the venue and then the guests and then the bridesmaids. I don't really understand why people have so many bridesmaids though, but hey, that's y'all thing. My thing is, I will have less bridesmaids because I have less friends.
Aw, poor my love.
I mean, that's best that way, to be honest. I don't trust these bitches.
Yeah, I don't know, like when it comes to like bridesmaids and then marriage and all that such, it is like a whole lot of money to go into it. But yeah, people enjoy the cause for celebration.
Yes. A
I
nice
just don't
little.
feel like the cause of celebration is right at times. Because some people be intentionally messing up weddings and all that, and that just sounds like the most frustrating thing. Like, you want to know something?
What?
This person, they had like their whole marriage already did. They were literally on the altar. And
Mhm.
right when they were on the altar, a video started playing in the background. And it was basically of the husband like cheating. It was a husband cheating video.
Oh!
And the wife had just like broke down right then and there. And the husband was like asking who's doing it, who is that? And the whole thing was just like messed up. And I feel like these kind of things, I feel like people just act crazy at certain events.
No, I feel like that's reasonable. Like, she about to sign a contract with this man. I think marriage is a contract by the government.
Yes, it's by the government. And it's not that I'm saying the whole exposing him cheating is crazy. I'm saying the wife had already spent all that money, the family has spent all that money, and you're gonna do it right at the height of the time of when that money is being used. You just wasted so many resources for that family.
I mean, but they can still get like refunds. I mean, well, I never got married, so I don't really know how the refund process works. But yeah, she kind of got a refund. That's really sad though to hear. And also, like another thing, people were saying, "Oh, hey, like don't bring your kids to the wedding." Yeah, that's reasonable. That's
It is
reasonable.
reasonable. People's
That is
kids be acting cray cray.
Cause I would see like videos and stuff of like the kids like ruining the first dance for the couple, like the
Yeah.
husband and wife, and I'll be like, what the fuck? Get your kids in check. And then I even saw this guy, and I totally agree with what he said. I don't like he was on TikTok and whatever. I don't feel like trying to find the video because Kiara's trying to find the Reddit thing, but um, yeah, like he was just saying like, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna have no kids or anything like that at my wedding and things like that. And he said, like, I'm not trying to hit on your kids. It's just like I don't want to like deal with all of that. But yeah, that's completely understandable.
Zoe scratched my butt barking at these people.
What the fuck?
I found a Reddit thing. It's not about relationships, I don't think. It's not. But I can't find one about relationships that's long.
Damn.
Literally everybody is just like, man, relationships suck. And that's it. That's just it. And people be like, oh my goodness. Speak queen.
Oh my god. Well, go ahead with your Reddit story, Kira.
Alright. I said people oh wait. No, not I said. What am I talking about? The question is, what's a life lesson you learned the hard way? Serious replies only. This person said, people do not act based on the facts in any given situation. They act based on their interpretation of the facts they are aware of. And something does not need to be objectively real to have real consequences. So, what the fuck does that actually mean? If your boss thinks you're lazy and ineffective at your job, he's going to act based at as if that is the literal objective truth. It does not matter if you were busting your ass, working long hours, and trying to solve a difficult problem. The problem your boss is reacting to is not real, but the consequences of your boss' resulting decisions. You catching shit or maybe losing your job will be very goddamn real.
Mm.
Solving this problem means finding out what the fuck the other person is seeing that leads them to that conclusion. End of communication. And that's from Zardo Sama, and it's 2 hours ago that they made this.
And what was the question again?
What's a life lesson you learned the hard way? And
Well,
honestly, I think that works in relationships too,
that
with what they
does.
said. Like, people will react in the way that they kind of see it. It's their own version of the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody is like convincing themselves that, hey, they have all this evidence that you're doing something, they're gonna believe that you're actually doing it. And now you're on trial because you have to like disprove their wrong opinion.
Yeah.
I I just feel like that in itself is wrong in almost any level. Like, I want to ask you, Nyla, how do you think that's used in like relationships?
Um, I feel as if when it comes down to life lessons and relationships, um, you just have to know, just know that you do deserve better, and just know that you don't deserve anything bad to come to you. And I know like a lot of people say that, but like they actually mean that shit. Like you do deserve more than what you have with this other person. And if you have this like how we were talking about marriage, marriage is a long-term commitment with somebody. And it's like, and if you and this person aren't like working out or whatever, that's and then y'all have a kid and y'all arguing, y'all fighting around your children. It's just that's a really hard thing to deal with. Even as a kid, it's just a lot.
Dude, the neighbors are arguing.
I I can even hear it too.
Yes. I swear, people be having the craziest fucking arguments out there. And this is also when it comes to marriage and everything and being with people. I feel like a whole lot of people aren't getting married or like trying to have kids anymore. Mostly because everything that we've kind of grown up seeing with marriage,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it has been pretty bad. Because I've noticed like a lot of people when they have families that have a lot of like marriage issues and they bring it into their family,
Mm-hmm.
it does end up pretty bad for everyone involved, especially the children.
Yeah, and the children is like the biggest people that end up being affected by your decision. So your life lesson is to understand that if you need to be single for like 2 to 3 years just to find the person that you're looking for, then just do that. If
Are you
that's
gonna
what
do
you
that
need to
now?
do. Yeah, Kira, I'm gonna do that. I'm not look, man, I learned that I don't deserve any of these assholes in my life, okay? Like I do not deserve that.
Mm-hmm. Aces.
Aces. I'll stop being horny for like 5 minutes.
Oh, don't worry. I never stop being horny. You could be horny and still be single. Invest in some sex toys.
Do you have sex toys?
No, I have these 5 sex toys on my list.
But how do you feel like what about you? Like why do you feel like, the life lesson and the relationship and how is that connected to you?
Life lessons in relationships. Let's see. I feel like a life lesson for me. I haven't even had a chance to have any real life lessons like that in relationships, honestly. Mostly because when it comes to most relationships that I've seen, all of them have been pretty toxic. I've been proven once and once again that like long term relationships between people just to stay together for the sake of staying together does not work.
It doesn't.
You have to actually be there for people. If you just keep complaining about that person, yet you're like, but I love him. No, you don't. I feel like you do.
No. No.
So you keep complaining about every single thing they do. They breathe you on them.
Exactly. Like just get your shit together.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
That's a life lesson right there.
Yeah, life lesson is to just get your shit together. That's all you need to be worried about. If you find the one, good for you. If y'all get married, good for you. But right now, you got two single girls telling no, we're not trying to okay, here's the thing. Don't think that we're trying to tell y'all what to do. We're not. We're just here
Yes,
to
I am.
guide and be there for people and
I'm
support
telling them what to do.
people. Stop it. We're here to support people and be here for y'all the best we
I'm here
can.
to tell y'all what to do, like a dictator.
Yeah, look at that there.
Emphasis on the dick.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm so dead. But we are basically done at this point. Kira, give us your anime, manga, or TV recommendation for the girlies and
Hmm.
guys.
I don't know if I recommended this or not, but I feel like if you are a fan of like dark comedy or just something from like the early 2000s or like I don't even know when this show was made. It seems like it's like late 90s, early 2000s. And it just kind of finished like a couple years ago or like 1 year ago or something like that. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's majorly dark comedy. I've been watching it for a little bit and I really love it. And even though it has a whole lot of dark ass jokes in it, like seriously dark, it offends everybody. Let's say
Oh
that it
my
offends
god.
everybody. So
Yeah.
no one's excluded from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it a little bit with her, so it was pretty good. It was fun. It was really funny. I'll give them
Yeah,
that. I'll give them that. Well, thank you guys so much. Kira, we need to promote the shit out of our podcast, by the way. So
I
don't
feel like
forget.
you're gonna tell me to promote.
Yeah, promote again for the thousandth time. But yeah, thank you guys so much and have
I
a nice
never,
day.
I never listen when people tell me what to do.
Bye. Remember, I'm the dictator in this relationship.
Oh, it's because she's a Taurus. She's
I
related to
am.
her.
Bye. Kira, so bye.
Bye.
I'm dead.